They're between 2.5 and 4. Right? Yeah.
Jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche.
Good morning, everyone. 20 years ago, I chose to put roots down in Richmond Hill because it was a community where families could truly flourish, where we embrace diversity and look out for our neighbors, where there are green spaces and parks to take our children to, and where Canadians have come from many nations to build their own version of strong middle-class dream. But there remain those in our community who are less fortunate. Only a few weeks ago, I visited the Richmond Hill Food Bank, where volunteers who wanted to give back to our community spend their time and give what they could to those who needed the most. Yes, even in Richmond Hill, there are children who rely on our community's generosity to be fed and to be clothed. This is unacceptable. In Canada, we know that every child deserves the best start and a fair shot at success. Since 2015, our government has raised 825,000 Canadians out of poverty, among them 300,000 children. We put in place ambitious poverty reduction targets, and we met them 3 full years ahead of the schedule. These are real lives changed permanently and positively thanks to the progressive policies put in place by our government. There are 13,650 children in my riding of Richmond Hill, 8,710 families that have more money in their pockets thanks to our government's tax-free Canada Child Benefit. We're talking over $55 million directly to families in our community during the 2017 and the 2018 year. In my lifetime, I've never seen one policy that has had such a direct and positive impact on Canadian families. A policy that has contributed so clearly to the reduction of poverty and the uplifting of those Canadians most in need. It is not an exaggeration to say that this may be one of the most successful social policy programs in the last 4 decades. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing someone who's among many other things an economist, an advocate for social equality and equity, and a family man. Since taking on the role of Minister of Families, Children and Social Development, he has made real progress for all Canadians. In July 2016, he introduced the Canada Child Benefit, the most significant social policy innovation in a generation. It now provides a fair, tax-free help to Canadian families with the cost of raising their children. In summer of 2018, he introduced Canada's first ever national poverty reduction strategy, which aims to reduce poverty by 50% by 2030. These are just a few of the contributions as he continues to work with his colleagues and Canadians so that the Government of Canada can fully implement its vision of a diverse, prosperous, and truly inclusive country. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Canada's Minister of Families, Children and Social Development, the Honourable Jean-Yves Duclos. Thank you.
Bonjour tout le monde. Je suis très heureux d'être en votre belle compagnie aujourd'hui et avoir eu le temps et le plaisir de dire quelques mots en français dans cette magnifique communauté de la région de York. Thank you so much to the Lullaboo Nursery and Childcare Center for your very warm hospitality, for the wonderful innovation that you've made since 2008, so 11 years ago. Irene, Helen, and all of the team members, congratulations. You're a very strong force in this sector. You are incredible help for many, many families and children. So to be in your company is a privilege and an honor, and I want to congratulate and to salute your hard work every day. Majid, equally to you, thank you for being such a strong advocate for the well-being of families and children in this area. We value people of your stature and ambition, and we look forward to working with your community in helping improving the lives of so many parents and families that need the help of the federal government when it comes to looking after their children. In 2015, Canadians made the choice of electing a government that would grow the middle class, grow the economy, and help more Canadians join the middle class. And the plan is working. Since 2015, Canadians have created over 900,000 new jobs. The unemployment rate is at its lowest level since 1976. The average typical four-person family now has $2,000 more in their pockets than in 2015. Canada, among all developed economies, is growing at the fastest level. Our debt relative to the economy is falling and will soon be at its lowest level in 4 decades. And Canadians have seen the smallest ever level of child poverty and poverty overall in the history of Canada. As Majid said, 825,000 Canadians have been lifted out of poverty in the first 2 years of our mandate, and we know there is a lot more to do. And that very significant change in policies for families in Canada started in July 2016 when we introduced the Canada Child Benefit, which is more simple, more fair than the earlier complicated and unfair system of the previous government. As Majid said it is lifting every month 300,000 children out of poverty. In the York region alone, the families of 200,000 children are receiving every month an average of $550 tax-free. Simple for the government to manage, simple for families to receive, and fair for everyone. That's $200 more per month, non-taxable, than the earlier plan. Now, my announcement this morning is about the fact that the cost of raising children in Canada keeps increasing. If we want our children, our beautiful children, to have a fair chance in life, to have the best possible start in life, then their parents need to have the support that they need and that they deserve. And that cost, which is high and increasing, needs to be acknowledged by the federal government. So this morning I am announcing the next step in the plan of the federal government, and that next step is for the second year in a row, to increase the value of the Canada Child Benefit with the cost of raising children. That means that in July 2019, the CCB will be increased once more. It was done in 2018. The former Conservative plan never indexed the cost, never indexed their benefits for children. So that meant that the help that families were receiving fell in value because they had less money than they needed to pay for the cost of raising children. We have reversed that since July 2018. We have increased the CCD with the cost of raising children, and that's the second time in a row, therefore, that we're doing this. Just to give you an example, the middle-class family in this area earning $55,000 with 2 children to look after, on July 2019 will receive an additional $30 per month. That's in addition to the $550 that family would be receiving already. So it all helps pay for quality food, for grocery bills, for for the summer camps that will be coming soon, for the cost of clothing, for registration in the soccer league, all these things that make an enormous difference when our children are young and a bit older. So that's when families need that money to invest in those children, and investing in our children, investing in the future of our great country. So just like you at the Lullaboo Nursery and Childcare Center, we believe that investing in families and children is what we need to do in 2019. We're investing in early learning and childcare. Those increases in the Canada Child Benefit will help more families pay for these very important investments in early learning and childcare. So let me thank again and salute you and congratulate you for your hard work every day, and please continue it, because it's just a start, as we all know. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Have a great sunny day both outside and inside.
Thank you, Minister. That was a great announcement, and I'm sure lots of families in New York region or across Canada are going to be quite happy. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Halim Mikhail to the podium to deliver some remarks.
Well, thank you for the introduction. Lullaboo Nursery and Childcare Center is excited to host Mr. Duclos, Minister of Family and Children and Social Development today. Today's announcement provides stability and sustainability to the families that work hard every day, to the families and Canadians. And Lullaboo Nursery and Childcare Centre's contribution to social development of families is the passion that drives us every day. We strive to be partners with those families, working together to build the citizens of tomorrow, inspiring each child and family and educator to reach their greatest potential, and building the citizens of tomorrow one child at a time. We thank the Minister again for his visit today and his efforts in delivering these initiatives for all Canadians. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mikhail. At this point, we are open for questions from the Minister.
There for your to support any of the questions or comments you would like to provide. Otherwise, again, thank you for the time you took in coming this morning. Thank you for. Sorry.
First of all, thank you so much, Minister. We are really welcome this plan. But I have one question. Is there any middle class criteria for that? Like you said, middle class. Like in Canadian, I want to know that if a husband and a wife earn $100,000, or how much like money they make. I want to know that. It's really welcoming, and we are thankful.
Thank you. As I said at the very start, this is a part of a broader plan to help middle-class families, because in 2019, it's middle-class families that help grow the economy, help investing in their skills, in their businesses, in their children. So that's what is the driver of economic growth in 2019. It's been like this for many years. So we need a government that understands that it's not the wealthiest, it's not only the wealthiest Canadians that make a difference, it's the difference. The difference is made by those hundreds of thousands of middle-class families that happen to live in this area. So the CCB, the Canada Child Benefit, is an important part of that middle-class package, and it is helping 9 families out of 10. So in this area, the York area in particular, 9 families out of 10, those are middle-class families and families with lower income, receive already every month a check of, on average, $550 per month. Now, the check is larger for families that struggle more. And let me give you an example of a single parent earning, say, $30,000 a year, which is a modest income to look after 2 children. Now, with 2 children and that income, that parent would receive on average about $1,000 non-taxable per month. That is of great help for that single parent who would otherwise find it even more difficult, to pay for the food, the clothing, and the school supplies that the person needs. Now, so with the enhancement, the increase in the CCB on July 2019, there is on average an additional $30 per month that is going to be paid to those 9 families out of 10. Those families that don't receive the CCB, or the families that don't need the CCB, they don't even ask for the CCB. In my riding of Quebec City, I meet these families often. They have a good income, sometimes a very good income. And I meet them and I ask them, is it a problem that you're not in those 9 families out of 10 that receive the CCB? They say, no. Because even if I receive that CCB, I wouldn't even notice it in my bank account. It would make no difference to my ability to look after my children. I'd much rather have that income being sent to middle-class families and lower-income families because I know there it will make a difference. And when our children grow well, they prosper, everyone benefits.
Awesome!